PTF and JK back with you from In the Money Media, our In the Money Media YouTube channel. We encourage you to subscribe so you don't miss any of our YouTube exclusive content. There's a whole lot of it this week, folks, with amazing Grade 1 action around the U.S., but mostly right here in Saratoga, where we both are today. When you're talking about this year's Ballerina, the horse you have to start with, JK, is Vahva, deserving favorite, coming here off a pair of graded stakes wins, including the Grade 1 Derby City Distaff two-back. Well, what do you think of her chances? She certainly justifies her place in the top of the market to me, but I mean, is she reliable as an even money type shot?
Well, she's running 7 furlong races in her last 5 starts, winning 4 of those. She's only lost once, but her last performance wasn't overwhelming. Do I still think she's the best sprinter in the country, female sprinter in the country? Yes, Ways and Means might have a little something to say about that come November, but I do definitely think she deserves to be the leader in the clubhouse. However, at what projects to be an extremely short price as an even money morning line, and like I said, being the best 7 furlong horse, female horse in the country, I think she's just going to be a little bit overbet. I'm going to try to look elsewhere. One of those situations where I'm not going to let her beat me in multi-race wagers, but I'm definitely going to make sure that I have some other horses I think offer some more value.
I keep coming back and forth. We'll talk about her a little bit more later in the video. What about number 4, Society, JK? This one, those last couple of efforts are just well below the super strong form she showed last year, but on her best race, she can certainly win. Is she one you might have on your tickets?
I think she's interesting. She's got a couple of races, kind of an in and out looking situation where she'll have some races that are very disappointing and pretty slow on the buyer scale. Then she'll have races that are massive on the buyer scale. So it's always hard to understand exactly which Society is going to show up. But at what projects to be the best price she's been in probably 4 or 5 starts, it's a little bit easier to digest that kind of, I hope the real Society shows up. Because if she's 2-1 or 5-2, it's hard to lean on her in that situation. But with the money I feel like some of these other fillies will take, that Vahva will take, Society suddenly becomes a more digestible price. I think she's interesting, but I'm not quite sure she's my top choice.
I hear where you're going with that. Let's talk about another that won a Grade 1 over this track back in her 3-year-old year. Shytown Lady finished the worst of the 3 coming out of that common race two-back, but she's got that big big looking workout over this track. She has that test win. I worry she simply could be outclassed in this spot, but Saratoga is a place where these horses for courses can get the job done. Is she on your radar at all as a long shot?
No, she's not. She's one of the most fortunate Grade 1 winners I've seen in quite some time. I don't need Shytown Lady anywhere.
I love the lack of hemming and hawing there from you, JK. We're going to get to our final answers for this race in a minute. We want yours too. Put them in the comments. Drop a comment in there. Let us know who you think is going to win this year's Ballerina. Also want to give a shout out to our sponsors of this video, winnerscircleproxy.com. Visit them, winnerscircleproxy.com/ITM. This is your chance to get involved in the best NFL betting contest in the world, Circa Survivor and Circa Millions, where you bet against the spread. winnerscircleproxy.com/ITM. Fill out that form. Get more information. Fantastic opportunity to make money betting on the NFL. But we're not betting the NFL today, JK. We're betting on horses. Who's your selection in this year's Ballerina?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Scylla, a horse that went out west to try the Clement L. Hirsch, to try to get that Grade 1. You can't get much better of a pedigree than what Scylla has, being by the champion closed hatches, out of the champion closed hatches by Tappet, a full sister to Batten Down, who we'll see a little bit later in the Travers, to Tacitus, who never really lived up to who we all thought he could be, but he's still a very talented runner. I just think that this horse, cutting back off of that mile and a 16th race out in California where she ran into the to old Adair Manor, I think it's going to hit her right between the eyes, and I think she's going to be rolling down the middle of the track. I think she's going to give Vahva and Society all they want.
I was torn, kept going back and forth in this race. If only because you picked Scylla, I'll make my official top selection, Vahva. I just think she's going to get such a great stalk and pounce trip here. half a length from being on a 5-race win streak. I think she's the class of the field. She's got the best recent figures, and I think she's going to trip out. But I did have one I wanted to mention as a long shot, if only to argue with you for a minute. Number 8, Money's Gold. I just remember this horse arriving on the scene and looking like an almost certain future Grade 1 winner. It has not worked out, but I don't want to give up 100% on those Grade 1 dreams just yet. Could this be the day, JK, where Money's Gold figures it out?
Well, unless I start running Grade 1s with Lasix. She's 4-0 with Lasix, 0-4 without. I love the horse as an individual, but I think she's got an issue that seems to show up when she doesn't have Lasix.
We'll see how it plays out on Saturday. A lot more coverage to come. Make sure you keep it locked on the In the Money Media YouTube channel.